Goaltimate is a fast-paced disc sport that has teams of 4 competing to outscore each other by completing passes through the hoop into the goal area. Substitutions are made on the fly by an active player on the field running off and high-fiving a player on the sideline who then moves onto the field and becomes an active player. After gaining possession of the disc, a team will first have to complete a pass into the clear zone before they are able to score. When a team scores, there is no stoppage of play and they'll maintain possession of the disc. However, they'll have to complete another pass into the clear zone before they can score again. In order for a score to occur, the thrower must throw the disc through the hoop without the disc crossing the plane of the hoop before being released. Then the receiver must catch the disc with all of their points of contact in the goal area. Additionally, the caught disc must at least break the plane of the hoop. And finally, if the thrower is in the clear zone and the conditions are met for scoring, the goal counts for 2 points. While a player has a disc, they must maintain a single point of contact with the ground at all times, called the pivot, and that player has 5 stall counts to throw the disc before they are stalled, which results in a turnover. Each stall count should be in 1-second intervals, and any defender on the field can count the stall by saying stalling 1 or stall 1 and then counting up to 5. If they utter the F in 5 before the thrower releases the disc, it is a turnover and the defending team takes possession where the stalled thrower was. Turnovers also occur when the offense fails to catch a thrown disc before it touches a blade of grass, at which point the defense would take possession where the disc stops. If the receiver catches a disc but has any of their first contact points on a boundary line or outside a boundary line, they are considered out of bounds and the defense would take possession in the field of play closest to the spot where the player or disc went out. Goaltimate is frequently played without dedicated referees, in which case the players on the field become the officials. Please see the official WGA rules for all the specifics of fouls, but in summary, fouls generally occur when illegal contact to a player causes them to be unable to make an otherwise legal play. When a foul occurs, the fouled player calls foul and play pauses to resolve the call. For offensive fouls, this means the offense maintains possession but must tap the disc in from the reverse brick. For defensive fouls, the offense would maintain possession and tap the disc in from the front brick. Some examples of fouls are: an offensive player knocks over a legally positioned defender, a defender on the thrower makes contact with the thrower's arm, or a defender extends their arms to push an offensive player out of position. If the game is being self-officiated and foul is called, the player being called for the infraction can contest the call if they believe it to be inaccurate. If a call is contested, play resumes with a disc tap from the most recent legally positioned thrower. When resuming play after a contested call, the stall count stays where it was when the call was made, or at a maximum of 3, except in the case of a contested stall call, where the play would resume from the thrower with a stall count of 4. The key is the entire cone zone surrounding the goal and is considered a restricted area. Once the offense has cleared the disc, no offensive player can spend more than 3 seconds in the key without resetting by making a point of contact outside the key. Likewise, no defender can spend more than 3 seconds in the key without resetting by either coming within arm's length of any offensive player or making a point of contact outside of the key. Any player on the field can count goaltending by counting goal 1, goal 2, goal 3 audibly when a player is in the key and not resetting their count. If the counter utters the T in 3 before the countee resets their count, the player counting then calls goaltending and play stops to resolve the call. If the offense is guilty of the infraction, play resumes with a tap at the reverse brick. And if defense is guilty of the infraction, play resumes with a tap at the front brick. That's all the basics of Goaltimate. Now get out there and start playing.